Hey guys, it's Mal here once again, and today I just wanted to talk to you real quick about the Cast While Channeling Support Gem, because if you're anything like me, you haven't touched it in the past 2 weeks, and you might not know exactly how it works, so I wanted to just go over it real quick and show you a build concept that I'm trying to work through right now as well. So to start with, the Cast While Channeled Support Gem right here, essentially similar Cast on Crit, but a bit different. What happens is you pick one of several channeled skills that you can use, like Blade Flurry, and when you channel it, actually use it, if you attach it to a different spell, like Bladefall, then every 0.37 seconds you will be channeling or casting that spell. Now it doesn't matter what your attack speed is, whether you're hitting anything or not, every 0.37 currently of my gem level, you will be casting the Bladefall. So that's how it works. It basically works the same with every other channeled skill. The current ones to choose from are Blight, Flame Blast, Incinerate, Scorching Ray, and Wither. And I'm currently using Blade Flurry. So none of these actually have to hit anything, you just have to be channeling them. The cast speed, the attack speed doesn't matter, and the only thing that matters then is how often it gets casted, and that is based upon the gem level. It goes down to something like 0.33. So it's fairly consistent and you know what you're getting with it. Now, it's similar to Cast on Crit, you can only use one at a time, one gem to cast at a time. You can link multiple gems, so a Bladefall and an Ethereal Knives, but it'll only cast one every 0.37 and it'll cycle between the two skills you've chosen. So typically it pays best to just scale one skill really heavily, or maybe you can find some clever interactions for a couple, but you can't really use multiple like you used to be able to for a Cast on Crit, as they won't all be proccing at once. So that's basically how it works. It's pretty straightforward at this point. Gives you a bit of extra damage, and the idea is to then just justify the two gems you use to cast while channel and use your channel ability to not just have self-cast anymore, and that is kind of tough to do, and only some interact really well like that. Just as a few examples that I've seen from the community so far, Wither, you can do cast while channeling, just channeling your Wither, and a Firestorm with full chaos damage, and that scales really good damage, somewhat average clear speed. A Scorching Ray with cast while channeling on your Whispering Ice, which then becomes Ice Storm cast while channeling, and you go full fire, you scale that way, and it becomes a pretty decent looking build, maybe also a bit slow. Flame Blast you can do with cast while channeling Firestorm, and that just gives you sort of a more consistent spread of damage. Maybe not necessarily an endgame thing, because Flame Blast by itself does enough. Incinerate as well can be cast while channeled just about anything. Someone's made a pretty decent looking discharge build you guys can have a look at too, and then make up your own shit as you go. So I'm trying to make a Blade Flurry build here, and it's still a work in progress, only just hit level 70, 73, just got to Dried Lake basically, and it's supposed to be CI, so don't have much energy shield or anything yet, since I'm running a Tabula, a Gold Rim, still very much just leveling gear all around, and it's just a work in progress. The idea behind it is to have Blade Flurry cast while channeled Bladefall, and then stack added chaos damage with Void Manip and increased area, which sometimes goes to Conk Effect. Now the idea behind that is to then scale all kinds of chaos damage from the passive tree, similar to how you'd build like an Essence Drain, as well as some physical damage, which also scales some of our Fizz and the Bladefall itself. Now I picked Pathfinder so that I can get poison on hit always. The other alternatives to that are Cospre's Will or a poison gem. Got to have one of those to always poison. Assassin won't always poison, for example, so you still want to use a poison gem in that scenario. And yeah, that's the idea behind it. And the goal there is just double dip a lot of your chaos damage, and hopefully the Bladefall itself then cleans up a bit better on larger AoE packs than Blade Flurry would, because it just doesn't quite have that same sort of AoE spread. It may end up feeling a bit slower, I'm not quite sure yet. It's still much in its infancy, this build, and something we'll figure out as we go. So far it's looking like it'll be cheap and somewhat effective, and yeah, just another option for a Bladefall or Blade Flurry build. And as you can see, whenever you start the cast, it's always going to wait 0.37 until it actually fires off a Bladefall. So that may feel a little slow, just because every time you blade flurry, you will sometimes be just waiting a little smidge for that blade fall, and it feels a little slower than it otherwise could. That's the concept behind it, and the blade flurry itself should be doing a lot of chaos damage and also helping out on your single target and clear speed. In any case, that's pretty much all I want to show for today. I should have more videos up about this guy in the future as he progresses. That's about it. Thank you very much for watching, and see you guys next time.